in and out, how we be moving. All gas, no break, yo, we be cruising. You and I, do and die, but ain't no losing. In and out, how I be moving. Catch a vibe on the scene, all net. Feel like I'm being all hooks. I feel like Kareem. Dream shake, I feel like Hakeem. I can't believe that I'm living this life.
Victor Cruz's salsa dancing.
I need water. It's been a while.
Percy Harvin taking back that kick to the house in the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Percy Harvin inside the 30. He's going to go. Touchdown, Seattle.
But what you might have forgotten is just how good these wide receivers really were. Yeah, of course, the 2010s had some huge
They had some
like
crazy
Julio
names.
Jones, Antonio Brown, Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
But these 8 guys we're going to talk about today were quietly putting up some great numbers.
Was that wasn't Dwayne Bowe? Who was 19? Jeremy Maclin.
The first thing that comes to mind when you think.
Listen to me. Jeremy Maclin was very, very underrated. He's playing next to D-Jax. And on top of it, they had the tight end, then Shady McCoy. But so if he was on another team, I won't say he'll be just like a flat out number one. That's not the kind of receiver that I thought that he was. But he stepped up. Jeremy was tough. I think he called like a crazy Hail Mary. This is nice.
Of Jeremy Maclin. If you're an Eagles fan, it's probably him hauling in catches from Michael Vick, or maybe him torching the Cardinals in 2014.
There's a quick pass to Maclin. Jeremy Maclin. Eagle in the end zone.
This Eagle team was so fun to watch, bro.
He was absolutely everywhere, cutting through coverages, making catches over the middle, and showing the kind of speed that made defenders lose sleep at night, especially when you're already worried about doubling Deshaun Jackson.
Yep.
But even when D-Jax left the team in 2014, Maclin stayed strong and had his best year yet with 1,318 yards and 10 touchdowns, which is kind of crazy to think about when you know that he was coming back from a torn ACL that wiped out his entire 2013 season. That big 2014 season got him paid by Kansas City, 5 years, $55 million to join the Chiefs in 2015. Unfortunately, the Eagles just couldn't compete with that offer to keep him on the team. For a minute there, we almost got to see what a Maclin and Tyreek Hill combo could have looked like in Kansas City, but Tyreek wasn't a full-time receiver in 2016.
Jeremy Maclin is an explosive guy. He's a football player.
And then everything changed shortly after. One of Maclin's closest friends died, and with injuries piling up, he was never the same after that. Baltimore gave him another shot in 2017, but after 440 yards in 12 games, it really showed the decline was real. Over his career, he had 500 catches for 6,835 yards and 49 touchdowns across 8 seasons. For the Eagles, he had 36 touchdown catches, which might not seem like a whole lot, but that puts him in 7th place all time in team history. And that's actually one more than Deshaun Jackson.
That cut was crazy.
These days, he's the head coach at Kirkwood High School.
I'm glad they did. I'm about to say, I wonder what he's doing now.
Next generation.
Eric Decker, bro.
Remember when Eric Decker was hauling it?
Listen, this is another name. If you know, you know. This was aight.
Touchdowns during that 2011 Tim Tebow season in Denver. I mean, nothing seemed to make sense that year, but it just felt like anything could happen.
Tebow looks left, throws, pass is going to be to Eric Decker. Decker's there.
Man, football just seems so how can I say it? It was more pure. We had Tim Tebow throwing the ball and giving me hope that maybe he could have an NFL career somehow. He was so bad. And I was dead as a Tebow fan in the NFL. I was not a fan of him in college, mainly because I wanted Colt McCoy to win the Heisman, and this is hogging all the Heismans. Go yourself. I'm over here. It should have been Colts. It should have not been Colts. It's okay. It's okay. Now, anyways, though, but I was really hoping. I was hoping for this. He dead ass was garbage.
T-10-5, touchdown Denver.
Decker caught 8 touchdowns that year, becoming Tim Tebow's most reliable target when the Broncos desperately needed someone to catch the football. But Decker really got unlocked when Peyton Manning came to town.
Yep.
Whether it's in the film, whether it's in walkthroughs, practice, games, he's making sure we know what we're doing, because if we're not, it's going to affect us as a whole.
And if we're talking about prime Decker moments, you just can't beat Week 13 of 2013 against Kansas City.
I would not let this moment go by without acknowledging and saying Peyton Manning, second ring, he is one of the worst quarterbacks I've seen win a ring in my life. It sounds crazy to say it because it's Peyton Manning, but Peyton Manning, that second ring that he got with the Broncos, one of the worst quarterback performances I've seen. Oh my God, he was ass. Trey hates Peyton Manning? Absolutely not. Major Peyton Manning fan. So much so, I exposed myself. I used to kind of be a Colts fan. I'm going to be a real nigga. It was Peyton. Then they had a running back from Houston. Come on, bro. What the fuck you want from me? I root for Houston all the time, nigga. That's all I needed to know. Then on top of it, they had Bob Sanders. But I stopped fucking with them. Because, you know, the Texans come around. It's a new team. You ain't really in love with the new team just yet, but you excited you get a team. The more and more I became a Texans fan, the more and more I started to hate these niggas. Why do I keep playing? Like, why does this nigga keep doing this to us? He started beating the fuck out of us, nigga. But, like, I'm not a big man for hater at all.
8 catches, 174 yards, and 4 touchdowns in a massive 35-28 win. That was Decker at his best, showing those reliable hands and that knack for finding the end zone. The guy was just so consistent. While he was never really a top,
he had no touchdown, horrible completion percentage in that Super Bowl. Yes,
in the league. He wasn't about being flashy, but he always knew where he needed to be. Even after leaving for the Jets, he kept putting
I forgot about him on the Jets.
1,000 yards in 2014, and then in 2015, Decker managed 1,027 yards and 12 touchdowns. The guy was a pro who could adapt to different systems and different quarterbacks. His career wrapped up in 2018 after signing with the Patriots, which would have
is Peyton Manning in my top 3?
Daniels, but he didn't play.
I mean, I don't think about it. I don't think about no top 3s, but yeah, he probably is. He probably is, honestly. But I think Peyton Manning don't get a lot of he gets away with a lot of his mishaps that other quarterbacks just simply don't do. They simply don't get. Peyton Manning in the playoffs was just not as good as he was in the regular season. It's a fact. Like, he didn't play the same. Like, in the regular season, he will hawk your fucking team down. But now that he's done, like, nobody really mentions his blunders. Like, and then, like, when you hear about what people are expecting of young quarterbacks now, like, bro, I think Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl in, like, his 8th or 9th season or something like that. Bro, this nigga's calling all these quarterbacks bust if they ain't busting, like, overrated and disappointment if they ain't winning in 5. You know what I'm saying? So,
game that year and retired pretty early on. He and his wife Jessie James actually starred in their own reality show from 2013 to 2017. These days, he's living the family life and having some fun on Instagram. Last year, they welcomed their 4th child, which they named Denver Callaway Decker. Now, as you could tell, it seems like Denver has a special place in his heart.
Victor Cruz,
99 yards.
That first run.
To say to any Giants fan, and they'll immediately know what you're talking about.
On 3rd and 10, he fires, and the catch is made by Cruz, who breaks free. One man to beat. Victor Cruz down the sideline. Cruz is going to take it.
What makes that play even better is the team was 7-7 going into the game and basically looking at elimination from playoff contention. You could even argue that's the
UMass legend, absolutely.
The Super Bowl run really began. With Cruz, pretty much every touchdown meant salsa dancing in the end zone, and Giants fans...
Man, I'm not going to lie, bro. Watching the Cowboys on primetime TV going against the Giants and Victor Cruz doing a salsa dance on them, it's a moment that you had to be there for. Because, you know, I don't know where y'all at. Cowboys play 4:30, right? Like, it's just usually they slot. I hope it's 4:30 or maybe it's 3:30. And it's like they always the second set of games that's come on. Because you know the games come on while I think NFL come on at 11. Boom. You finish watching the main set of games, maybe your team lost, you mad, your team won, you excited, whatever. Now you just want to watch football. It's just you don't care who wins or lose. You turn on the game, Victor Cruz is hitting the sauce on fucking in Dallas. Killing these niggas, bro.
Fans could not get enough of it. He's a guy who went undrafted, coming out of nowhere to become one of the most exciting receivers.
My team won. Hey, some weeks they did, nigga. Some weeks they did.
Wild.
I know they
He
did.
torched Seattle for 161 yards and a touchdown in Week 5.
Him and Knicks.
Then
Knicks
went
is
for
tough.
157 and 2 scores against New Orleans.
Well, Knicks
in
was okay.
Week
I won't
12.
say tough.
When the lights were the brightest in Super Bowl 46 against the Patriots, Cruz came through with a huge touchdown that helped put the Giants up early.
Texas started 12, Cowboys at 325. Okay, bet that.
Down and go, play clock all the way down to 0, and the pass in the end zone is shoving and caught by Victor Cruz.
No, I think Knicks was tough.
Then 2014 happened. A torn patellar tendon
Yeah, it's
changed
bad.
everything. Cruz missed the entire 2015 season after also dealing with a calf injury, and when he finally came back in 2016, he just wasn't the same explosive player. The Giants released him in 2017, Chicago picked him up, but released him in September, and by 2018, he was calling it quits. These days,
I remember
Cruz
this
has
nigga retirement video.
totally reinvented himself in the media. He started as a football analyst for ESPN, then moved into entertainment with E! And Good Morning Football. He's even hosted MTV's The Challenge series, and most recently, he's joined TNT Sports as an analyst.
Doug Baldwin. Doug was tough. Another one.
Here's a guy who never got the credit that he deserved. Doug Baldwin actually ranks 4th all-time for Seahawks receiving yards and 3rd in receiving touchdowns. The guy was pretty damn good.
When I think about Doug Baldwin, I think about toughness.
You can tell he plays with that chip on his shoulder, that he wasn't respected like he
Yep.
should have been.
Baldwin had this crazy knack for making insane catches when it mattered the
Oh,
most.
shit.
In 2015, he led the entire league with 14 receiving touchdowns. Week 12 against Pittsburgh, 6 catches for 145 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then in the playoffs, he makes this nasty one-handed catch.
That is crazy.
Pressure put on, and
Get the fuck out of here.
by Doug Baldwin. Sensational catch.
But my favorite
Like, bro, niggas don't be realizing, like, how can I say this? Some people do. Bro, the amount of body control that you have to be running full speed and turn around and make this catch. What the fuck is
yards
that?
and 3 touchdowns. And then in the playoffs, he makes this nasty one-handed catch.
4-man rush, pressure put on, and a one-handed grab by Doug Baldwin. Sensational catch.
But my favorite ball
Hand-eye body control,
has to be
athleticism,
under the butt
sin.
catch. The refs originally called it incomplete, but Baldwin always knew he had it.
Wait, what?
Wilson on the run. That'll be
Oh, I remember this.
caught. Incomplete.
Fuck out of here, lying ass niggas.
Baldwin had a great connection with Russell Wilson. I mean, it was really one of those best quarterback to receiver connections in the league. And at
Especially after they got rid of, what's old bro name? Golden Tate. It was Doug Baldwin.
one point, they even set the record for most touchdowns over the course of 4 straight games. Baldwin's burst off the line was almost perfect, and his route running
Tate
was
better. I'm sorry. Hell
anything
no.
you'll see.
Golden Tate was tough though, but just me thinking right now, I don't have Golden Tate over him. Hell no.
In my mind, if I handle what I need to handle at the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna get the separation I need. Now it's all.
I'm tripping. Tate is not better than Baldwin. I would. Hell nah. Doug was elite at one point. I'm saying no. I have Doug Baldwin over Golden Tate. Like, if I'm picking a receiver, we playing fucking NFL Street or whatever. I'm picking Doug, bro. I don't know. Maybe I got not you. I don't know. Maybe I gotta look at the numbers. Because maybe I'm forgetting how nice Golden Tate was. Because I know he was solid. Didn't Golden Tate play on the Lions too? Or am I tripping? I think I might be tripping. Yeah. Oh, he did. Okay, bet. So I swear I remember this nigga. Let me see. Golden Tate. Let's see. I kind of like how NFL shit be laid out. Give me 1 second. Boom. Golden State. Golden State. What the fuck? Golden Tate.
Prime Day is coming July 8th through the 11th with great deals.
Bitch, fuck you. Golden Tate. ESPN. Boom. Stats. All right. I got his stats. Let's go Doug Baldwin. ESPN. Bang. Let's compare. Let's contrast. Let's see. All right, we got the numbers here pulled up. Man, why you give me this weak ass season of Golden? Whatever though. We go career. They keep showing me this nigga 2020 season stats. Like, what the fuck is going on? Overview? Oh, thank you. Shit. He's still not doing it. All right. Career. More receptions. I don't know how long both of these niggas played. He got him in receptions. He got him in yards. He don't have him in touchdowns. Tate was good. No, Tate was tough. Golden Tate was tough. I'm not unaware of that, but I'm thinking like, nah, I would have took Doug. But I don't. Let me see. Stats. This is in 160 games played. I'm taking Baldwin, bro. 123. I'm still taking Doug. I'm not gonna lie. I think he got 3,000-yard seasons though. I ain't gonna lie. You might have something with Golden Tate though. You got an argument. Look at the 1K seasons. Yeah. Golden has 2. No, Golden has 3. Doug has 2. Basically 3. This nigga's 9 yards short. All right. And I know you might be thinking, all right, do the same thing for Golden Tate. He ain't got nothing where he's fucking 9 yards short. So they basically got the damn same thing, to tell you the truth.
Up to me to get to the spot on the field where I need to get to.
On that move, your Allen Iverson crossover here, his feet are frozen. It's like AI beating Michael Jordan.
Right.
After retiring in 2019, Baldwin put that Stanford degree right to work.
Look up Doug
now
Baldwin.
He's the CEO of Vault 89, which is focused on social impact.
Miles
Sometimes
Austin.
The most
I don't forget of Miles Austin.
Breakouts come out of nowhere. Anybody who played fantasy football back in 2009 is going to remember the moment they desperately
he was okay.
tried to pick up Miles Austin off waivers. The guy was basically a nobody, an undrafted wide receiver who spent...
I'm taking Lockett to take Lockett. Lockett. All right. I'm taking Lockett over both of them niggas, to tell you the truth. I don't know what Lockett's stats look like. I'm taking Lockett over both of these niggas. Let me see what Lockett shit talking about. Just looking at this, like his numbers better any goddamn way. More career touchdowns. I don't remember the catches. I think he had more yards than Golden too. Man, fuck the stats. I'm taking Lockett. This nigga Lockett been doing this shit forever. And on top of that, he a really smart receiver. Like, he knows how to get open. Real quarterback friendly. And on top of that, though, you know he gonna be there. His ass don't get tackled. He just falls on the ground.
Many years buried on the Cowboys depth chart. Then the game happened, and everybody suddenly was asking the same question. Where the hell did this guy come from?
Romo throws and hits Austin, who's been his best target today. Romo throws, and there's Austin. Miles Austin, first NFL start. A Cowboy hero today.
Cook them niggas.
Yeah, that Kansas City game was crazy. 10 catches for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 60-yard game winner in overtime to steal a 20.
We can hurry up with Lockett. I mean, you can run with any of them, in my opinion.
Atlanta, Austin wasn't done yet. He racked up.
Plus, Lockett gonna be doing some punt returning and shit.
2 touchdowns. At that point, you couldn't call it a fluke. This guy was the real deal and playing out of his mind. Austin played like a running back who just happened to catch passes. He had this physical style that made defensive backs think twice about coming up to tackle him. For those 2 crazy seasons in 2009 and 2010,
I remember he dated Kim K. Yeah, I remember that too.
Weapons in the league, but injuries just wrecked everything. His body broke down fast, and that explosive player we saw during his peak years became a shadow of himself. After hanging up the cleats, Austin moved into coaching. He started scouting with Dallas, then became the offensive quality control coach for San Francisco. The Jets then hired him as their receivers coach in 2021, but things got messy in 2022 when he was suspended for breaking the NFL's gambling policy. From what we know, he wasn't betting on the games, it was other sports, and he's still fighting the decision.
Oh, that's whack.
It's a tough situation for a guy who's trying to build.
Man, come on, bro. If I'm not involved in the sport, I can't gamble on the NBA. But at the same time, I kind of understand it, though. This sports gambling shit is really, really fucking bad. And the problem is that, like, these companies, they're making so much money, they're just going to lobby them away. They're going to lobby away anybody trying to correct it. Sports gambling really needs to be checked. It's really fucking bad. Really fucking bad. But anyways, though. Oh, shit. Man, I'm in a sport video.
Build a coaching career. And the league has not reinstated him yet.
Nigga, Percy, best receiver on this list. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Percy Harvin was crazy. Percy Harvin is one of them ones, like, injuries really stopped us from knowing how fucking good this nigga was. This nigga was crazy.
But if you guys want to talk about electricity, Percy Harvin at Florida was something else entirely. He had back-to-back 1,300-plus yards from scrimmage seasons to close out his college career. Guy was a video game character come
This nigga was dead ass crazy.
In 2009, they paired him up with Adrian Peterson.
Stevie Johnson was nice.
Explosive offensive combos that you have ever seen. Add Brett Favre calling the shots on offense and Jared Allen wrecking quarterbacks on defense, and that Vikings team was must-watch TV every single Sunday.
And here is Brett Favre. Fires left. It's caught by Percy. Reaches out. Touchdown.
Harvin's rookie season was pretty good. 925 yards.
He a Madden demon too.
Return touchdowns got him Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. His speed was insane, but he could also mix that up with some pretty surprising strength at times.
Shit, Runchy, I put that bitch on tonight. What's that website I probably was using?
Third down wide open. It's the rookie Harvin. First down Minnesota at the Chicago 32. Field behind Favre, and he goes over the middle. Touchdown.
But the thing is, with Harvin, there always seemed to be some sort of injury and quite a lot of
let me see. Now, did I hear how Percy Harvin crashed on Golden Tate? No, I don't remember that.
Drama. He missed all of 2013 with a hip injury, and by the time Seattle traded for him, the migraines and locker room issues were becoming big problems. Most of his Seahawks time was a disappointment, but he did deliver one massive moment. That 87-yard kickoff return touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Is that motherfucker subbed or dubbed?
After the extra point, it was 29-0, and Denver never made the comeback. Harvin retired in 2016 and then came back for a little bit, but then retired again in 2017. And these days, well, you tell me. The guy has pretty much vanished from the public eye since hanging up his cleats. For someone who was
got his money, got the fuck out the way.
Across the country, he's managed to stay completely out of the spotlight.
Tough. Very, very, very underrated receiver. What is this?
Yes. Let's get into the juiciness, boys. All right, so first off, Percy's a different guy. He's a different guy, and something goes off in his mind, and once he makes his decision, ain't no going back. And
I won't get past himself. Well, why?
And, you know, you got get all the media and they're asking these questions, and they ask all of us, the receivers, and they ask me and say, hey, so what does it mean to have Percy Harvin back? It's like, you know what? I love Percy's game. I think he's awesome. But the truth of the matter, we haven't had Percy the entire year, and we've made it this far. We can't wait to get him out there because he's definitely going to make us even better. But look, we've done it without him. We're fine. At some point, he read the article. Someone read the article and told him the bullet points, and he took huge offense to it. And at the time, I didn't know this. So we show up on a Saturday.
I can watch anime on Crunchyroll for free.
Sunday,
Okay.
And I'm just saying, what's up, Percy?
Thank you.
What's up, Sid? All my homies. And Percy just kind of got this look on his. He's just got this look like I'm just not having a good day. I'm like, bro, you good? He said, I'm cool. Just give me some time. So finally, I go back up to Percy. He's sitting just like this in front of his locker, and I get like low to the ground like this, like, hey, Percy, bruh, like, what's going on? Like, let's just chop it up, talk to it. He's like, bruh, if you don't get the fuck out my face, and I just said, all right, fuck it, and I just turn around and start walking the other way. Next thing you know, boom. He tackles me from behind.
Oh, he a whole ass nigga.
His head is like right here. I land on my shoulder, jacked up my neck, and I just got him here, and I just started trying to punch him. I don't know if I punched him or connected or anything at all, but I was kind of holding him. They pull us apart. Pete Carroll, Josh Snyder, the GM, talked to me like, what happened? And so I tell them like what happened, and you know, they deemed that I'm not the issue. They separate us, and we go our separate ways that day. We showed the next morning for the Super Bowl, and Percy acts like nothing had ever even
What
happened.
the fuck? Oh, he a weird ass nigga. Well, I like you as an athlete. You weird as hell. Who the fuck tackle a nigga while I turn around, bitch?
Okay, so some players are lights out right from the jump, but other careers take some time to really get going, and Santana Moss is the perfect example of that.
AB?
His early NFL years were all about special teams. The dude led the league with 2 punt return touchdowns in 2002 while barely getting any offensive snaps. 0 starts in 2001, then only 3 in 2002. The Jets were basically using him as a gadget player. Then 2003 happened. Moss exploded for 1,105 yards and 10
out of nowhere,
proving that he could be a legit receiver. But his biggest moment came 2 years later with Washington.
Yes, sir.
A Monday Night Football game against the Cowboys, where it seemed like the game was almost over.
Brunell hanging in.
Mark Brunell is a name.
He's caught for a touchdown. This is when you can stop those plays. From the 30. Brunell
On that bitch. So died.
Moss finished with.
Why is it always versus the Cowboys?
And the Cowboys,
I know they division rivals, but damn.
Having nightmares about it. That season was nuts for Moss. He had 173 yards and 2 touchdowns against Kansas City in Week 6, then 160 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Giants in Week 16.
This scored DM for the show. Bet that. Appreciate you, Runts.
I'm
gonna watch the whole tonight when I go to bed. When I'm going to bed.
In high school, and was constantly being told that he was too short to play receiver at the higher levels. That kind of adversity shaped everything about how he approached the game. After 4 years with the Jets, he spent the rest of his career in Washington, finishing with 10,283 receiving yards and 66 touchdowns overall.
You know, as a kid, you really dead ass think some stupid shit. I thought him and Randy Moss was cousins. I don't know if they are. Maybe they not. It was just because their last name was fucking Moss.
Those are serious numbers for a guy who started off his career returning punts. And he's still keeping pretty busy. These days, Moss has his foundation. He
thank God it wasn't just me.
Works as an NBC analyst, does radio,
what's the word,
and even endorses a solar roofing company. Okay, the 2010s gave us some awesome receivers that definitely flew under the radar, but I want to know what you guys think. Which of these receivers do you think was the most underappreciated during their prime? Let me know in the comment section down below. And
honestly, I think the most appreciated during their prime would probably be Moss, to tell you the truth. I know I'm not saying it because he was the last person on the list. It's because he spent a good amount of years on absolutely trash ass fucking teams. And he's putting up numbers on trash ass teams. Like,